The Congolese Ministry of Primary Education has been accused of having embezzled nearly $400,000 allocated to the organization for the first African School Football Championship in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The DR Congo's General Inspectorate of Finance on Saturday issued the accusations, indicating that out of $1 million allocated by the government, the ministry failed to account fully on their expenses. The accusations range from overquotation of transport charges and lack of accountability in other purchases like t-shirts for the participants. In 2021, the same body accused the same Ministry of Education of embezzling over $16 million. President Tshisekedi had placed the fight against embezzlement of public funds and corruption as one of the priorities of his mandate, which began in January 2019. His chief of staff, Vital Kamerhe, was sentenced to 13 years in prison over corruption. He is currently on provisional release and receiving medical treatment in Europe. The DRC is ranked 169th out of 180 countries in Transparency International's 2021 ranking. Majority of its population live on less than $1.90 a day. Egypt on Saturday unveiled a series of recently discovered tombs at a Pharaonic necropolis just outside the capital, Cairo. The 5 tombs unearthed earlier this month date back to the Old Kingdom between 1570 BC and 1069 BC, and the first intermediate period that spanned more than a century after the collapse of Old Kingdom, according to the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities.
All of those 5 tombs are well painted, well decorated. The excavations did not stop. We are planning to continue our excavations. We believe that we can find more tombs in this area. We can see the offering.
The tombs were found near the State Pyramid of Djoser in the Saqqara necropolis, 24 kilometers southwest of Cairo. The Saqqara site is part of a sprawling necropolis at Egypt's ancient capital of Memphis that includes the famed Giza pyramids as well as smaller pyramids Abu Sa, Dashur and Abu Ruwaish. At least 7 people were injured in a clash at the headquarters of the former ruling African Party for Independence of Guinea and Cape Verde on Friday. Police used tear gas and batons to disperse activists from the delegation, the historic group that led Guinea Bissau, a former Portuguese colony, to independence in 1974. The party had planned to hold a congress from Saturday to Tuesday, but a faction led by one of its leaders, Bolom Conte, was not in terms with the other party leaders. Bolom Conte took the case to court in February to challenge the rights of the former prime minister and leader of the party since 2013, Domingos Simoes Pereira, to organize a congress, arguing, according to him, that his mandate is already over at the head of the party. The court later prohibited the congress. The Polisario Front independence movement has accused Spain of making a grave error after it changed its position after backing Morocco's autonomy plan for the disputed Western Sahara. Morocco sees the Western Sahara, a former Spanish colony with rich phosphate resources and access to lucrative Atlantic fishing waters, as an integral part of its territory. The Algeria-backed Polisario separatists took up arms in the 1970s and have continued to demand an independence referendum on the basis of a 1991 deal that included a ceasefire. Spain on Friday declared a new stage in strained relations with Morocco after the Spanish Prime Minister wrote to the Moroccan king agreeing that having Western Sahara operate autonomously under Rabat rule is a more serious, realistic and credible initiative for resolving a decades-long dispute over the vast African territory. The language reflects a shift in Madrid's policy towards the dispute in Western Sahara, a territory that Morocco considers its own, but where an Algeria-backed independence movement demands a sovereign state. The United Nations has continued to regard Madrid as a colonial administrative power for Western Sahara, even after its annexation by Morocco immediately after Spain abandoned its African province in 1975. Over the years, the Spanish government's official position, along with the European Union's, has been to support a UN-sponsored referendum to settle the territory's decolonization. Some 176,000 Sahrawi are believed to live in 5 refugee camps on Algerian soil east of Western Sahara in a sweltering desert that many considered no man's land.